There are 16 million children struggling with hunger in America. That's 1 in 5 daughters, sons, neighbors, and classmates who don't know where their next meal is coming from. Yet billions of pounds of good food go to waste every year. It's time we do something about it. Feeding America is a nationwide network of food banks that helps provide meals to millions of kids and families in need. Visit feedingamerica.org to help them feed even more. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're feeding America.
Don't go anywhere. We've got a Cavalier profile and other between game entertainment coming up right after this.
If I could go back and change it all, I would. I think I'm gonna miss you the most. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Maybe it's just the little moments. If I could go back and change it all, if I could go back, I would. But I can't.
Now to get to know a Cavalier player on Cavalier Profile. We'll get to know a little better who plays on the Cavalier baseball team. And now, Cavalier Profile.
Today on Cavalier Profile, we're going to get to know Cole Lekvin. And Cole, can you tell us about your role with the Cavaliers?
Yeah, I usually play second base or shortstop. I tend to be an infielder. I usually bat towards the bottom of the lineup, just more of a get-on-base type of guy. Get around, score a run or two, and yeah, really just focus on my defense, I think.
When did you start playing baseball?
Oh, before I could walk. My dad was a big baseball player, so I was playing before I was 5, 6. I've been playing forever.
Now, aside from the Cavaliers, what's the highest level of baseball that you've played?
I played at the University of Sioux Falls in Division II in the NSIC.
Okay, and can you tell us about your most memorable baseball experience, either as a player or as a fan?
Yeah, I actually got to go to live in Fresno, California right after my freshman year for a summer and play baseball out there, part of the West Coast League, so played with the Fresno Athletics. It was pretty cool.
So why don't you tell us a little bit about your family and those people who are cheering for you during Cavalier games?
Yeah, for sure. My mom and my dad and are pretty much always at every game. They bring both our puppies, my little Rufus and their puppy Berkeley, and then my grandparents are pretty much at, I'd say, about half of them, so they're usually pretty good supporters.
Well, Cole, I have a few rapid-fire questions for you. Just give me the first thing that pops into your head. Pie, ice cream, cake, or cookies?
Ooh, pie.
And which kind?
Apple.
All American, right? Oh, yeah. Baseball, hot dogs, apple pie, and Chevrolet.
Apple pie, you bet.
Favorite color and why?
Orange, and I think it's just because it's different. It's kind of always been my favorite color.
Now, if you had a superpower, what would it be and why?
Ooh, I'd say probably like the ability to stop time, just because there's never enough of it.
Okay. Yeah, I understand that problem. Yeah. And your favorite major league team?
The Brewers.
Okay. Now we're talking with Cole Lekvin here on Cavalier Profile. And Cole, when you're not playing baseball, where are we going to find you?
Yeah, I'm usually at the disc course. I play a lot of disc golf, and I'm either doing that or hanging out with my puppy at home.
Now, when people watch Cavalier games, what position are you? And generally, where do we find you on the field?
Yeah, you'll usually see me at second base, I would assume, or maybe shortstop, depending on who's there for the day, and usually batting a little bit lower in the lineup if we got everybody here.
Well, we want to thank Cole Lekvin for joining us today on Cavalier Profile. And coming up next is more in-between game entertainment.
This has been Cavalier Profile, where we get to know a little better who plays on the Cavalier baseball team. Stay tuned, more between game entertainment and game 2 coming right up.
Did you know dragging chains can spark a wildfire?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
town ain't big, this town ain't small. It's a little of both, they say. Our ball club may be minor league, but at least it's Triple-A. We sit below the Marlboro Man, above the right field wall. We do the wave all by ourselves. Hey, a blind man could have made that call. We like our beer flat as can be. We like our dogs with mustard and relish. We got a great pitcher, what's his name? Well, we can't even spell it. We don't worry about the pennant much. We just like to see the boys hit it deep. There's nothing like the view from the cheap seats. The game was close, we'll call it a win. Go off to toast the boys again. That local band is back in town. They got a kind of minor league sound. They're not that bad, they're not that good, but all in all it's understood. We wanna dance, they wanna play. We wouldn't have it any other way. We like our beer flat as can be. We like our dogs with mustard and relish. We got a great pitcher, what's his name? Well, we can't even spell it. We don't worry about the pennant much. We just like to see the boys hit it deep. There's nothing like the view from the cheap seats. Cheap seats. Now the majors called up, oh, what's his name? And one more building rises tall. And suddenly we're all grown up, and this old town's not quite so small. But I'll always miss the middle-sized town in the middle of the Middle West, with no-name pitchers, local bands, and mustard and relish, and all the rest. We like our beer flat as can be. We like our dogs with mustard and relish. We got a great pitcher, what's his name? Well, we can't even spell it. We don't worry about the pennant much. We just like to see the boys hit it deep. There's nothing like the view from the cheap seats.
The Whiz Kids had won it, Bobby Thompson had done it, and Yogi read the comics all the while. Rock and roll was being born, marijuana we would scorn. So down on the corner the national pastime went on trial. We're talking baseball, Klazuski, Campanella, talking baseball. The Man and Bobby Fella, the Scooter, the Barber and the Nuke. They knew them all from Boston to Dubuque, especially Willie, Mickey, and the Duke. Well, Casey was winning, Hank Aaron was beginning, one Robbie going out, one coming in. Kiner and Midget Goodell, the Thumper and Mel Parnell, and Ike was the only one winning down in Washington. I'm talking baseball, Klazuski, Campanella, talking baseball. The Man and Bobby Fella, the Scooter, the Barber and the Duke. They knew them all from Boston to Dubuque, especially Willie, Mickey and the Duke. swore he was the Oklahoma Kid. And Cookie played hooky to go and see the Duke. And me, I always loved Willie May. Those were the days. Well, now it's the 80s, and Brett is the greatest, and Bobby Bonds can play for everyone. Rose is at the vet, Rusty again is a Met, and the great Alexander is pitching again in Washington. I'm talking baseball, like Reggie Quisenberry, talking baseball. Carew and Gaylord Perry, Seaver, Garvey, Schmidt, and Vida Blue. If Cooperstown is calling, it's no fluke. They'll be with Willie, Mickey, and the Duke. Say hey, say hey, say hey. It was Willie, Mickey, and the Duke. Say hey, say hey, say hey. I'm talking Willie, Mickey, and the Duke. Say hey, say hey, say hey. Willie, Mickey, and the Duke. Say hey, say hey, say hey, say.
Little boy in a baseball hat stands in the field with his ball and bat. Says, I am the greatest player of them all. Puts his bat on his shoulder and he tosses up his ball. And the ball goes up and the ball comes down. Swings his bat all the way around. The world's so still you can hear the sound. The baseball falls to the ground. Now the little boy doesn't say a word, picks up his ball, he is undeterred. Says, I am the greatest there has ever been. Grits his teeth and he tries it again. And the ball goes up and the ball comes down. Swings his bat all the way around. The world's so still you can hear the sound. The baseball falls to the ground. He makes no excuses, he shows no fear. He just closes his eyes and listens to the cheers. Little boy, he adjusts his hat, picks up his ball, stares at his bat. Says, I am the greatest, the game is on the line. And he gives his all one last time. The ball goes up like the moon so bright, swings his bat with all his might. And the world's as still can be, and the baseball falls. And that's strike three. Now it's supper time, and his mama calls. Little boy starts home with his bat and ball. Says, I am the greatest, that is a fact. But even I didn't know I could pitch like that. Says, I am the greatest, that is understood. But even I didn't know I could pitch that good.
Saturday summers, when I was a kid, we'd run to the schoolyard here's what we did. We'd pick out the captains, we'd choose up the teams. It was always a measure of my self-esteem, 'cause the fastest, the strongest, they'd shortstop and first. The last ones they picked were the worst. I never needed to ask, it was sealed. I just took up my place in right field, playing right field. It's easy, you know. You can be awkward and you can be slow. That's why I'm here in right field, just watching the dandelions grow. Playing right field can be lonely and dull. Little leagues never have lefties that pull. I dream of the day they'd hit one my way. They never did, but still I would pray that I'd make a fantastic catch on the run and not lose the ball in the sun. And then I'd awake from this long reverie and pray that the ball never came out to me. Here in right field, it's easy, you know. You can be awkward, you can be slow. That's why I'm here in right field, just watching the dandelions grow. Off in the distance, the game's dragging on. There's strikes on the batter, some runners are on. I don't know the inning, I've forgotten the score. The whole team is yelling, and I don't know what for. Suddenly, everyone's looking at me. My mind has been wandering, what could it be? They point to the sky, and I look up above, and a baseball falls into my glove. Here in right field, it's important, you know. You gotta know how to catch. You got to know how to throw. That's why I'm here in right field, just watching the dandelions grow.
You are loved. You are valued. You are resilient. You got this.
You are there for them. We are here for you. Find free care guides at aarp.org/caregiving.
Coming up next is Game 2 of today's Cavalier doubleheader on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Maybe you can make retirement happen. After all, you made home ownership happen. Homeschooling yourself on loans, beefing up your credit score.
So I'm pre-approved.
You were like, yes! Sorry. Color coding listings, ticking boxes, and flushing every toilet in a 20-mile radius. Home sweet home. You aced house hunting. Now get the tips you need to get on track at aceyourretirement.org.
Eau Claire Cavalier Baseball is on the air. NLWN-TV proudly presents today's Eau Claire Cavalier game. Help us celebrate 50 years of Cavalier baseball as they battle their way through the Chippewa River Baseball League. And now, out to the ballpark for coverage of today's game.
And we're back here at Carson Park for Game 2 after the Cavaliers came out ahead on Game 1 by the score of 9-2. And the starting lineups in Game 2, first of all for the Beef River Bullfrogs, leading off the shortstop Kyle Moggs, batting second and catching Austin Zimmerman, batting third, fourth baseman Tyler Rathke, batting fourth, the extra hitter Ryan Gray, batting fifth, the center fielder Wesley Boyarski, batting sixth, the right fielder Jordan Payne, batting seventh, the first baseman Ethan Mogg, batting eighth, the third baseman Mason Fowler, batting ninth, the left fielder Brian Johnston, and batting 10th, because they are using the extra hitter, the pitcher Ethan Bartels. And getting ready to start this game on the mound for the Cavaliers is Carter Hesselman. The other change for the Cavaliers behind the plate is Anthony Pogodzinski, and Cole Timon is now over at third base. Also starting at second base for the Cavs, or check that, the designated hitter for the Cavs is Chase Yeager. The first pitch of Game 2 is outside for ball one. And the pitch is a called strike. We do have some other CRBL game scores for you, which we'll pass along momentarily. Foul ball off the right side by Mogg. In Game 1, Mogg went 1 for 2 with a run scored. And the 1-2 pitch to Mogg. Inside, ball 2. In other CRBL action today, the Tilden Tigers knocked off the Eau Claire Bears by a score of 7-6. And that was in Game 1 of their doubleheader. And in Game 1 of the other doubleheader that we have a score for, called strike 3. So Mogg goes down looking. Brings up catcher Austin Zimmerman. The Bloomer Woodtigs knocked off the Cadott Red Sox by a score of 7-1 in Game 1 of their doubleheader. There's the pitch, called strike. And the 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2. And we have a life flight or a Mero 1 helicopter flying over us. Pitch is a little bit low. 1 ball, 2 strikes. To Zimmerman, 1 out. We're in the top of the first inning of Game 2. Pitch is just inside. Pitch is outside. Full count. And the payoff pitch. Outside ball 4. No, he called it a strike. Zimmerman thought that it was ball 4, and the umpire said, no, son. That's strike 3. That brings up Tyler Rafty, second baseman. Rafty went 0 for 3. And he has a swing and a miss, strike 1. Here's the windup and the pitch. Strike called. This umpire is a little bit slower on the calls than the one in game 1. They changed their shirts. That's got to make it a lot more comfortable for them. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Ball was bobbled by Pogodzinski, but the throw down to first is in time for the put out and preserves the strikeout. So Hesselman strikes out the side in the top of the first. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on. We played a half inning. It's the Beef River Bullfrogs 0 and the Cavaliers coming to bat. You're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
If you've been admiring the freshly groomed look of a baseball field, or the stunning appearance of a golf course, remember you too can have a lawn with the same beauty by simply calling Midwest Environmental Consultants. Their professional lawn care experts can bring your lawn to its full beauty and appearance. Call Midwest Environmental Consultants at 715-586-1302. Let Midwest Environmental Consultants help make your lawn the showplace of the neighborhood.
And we're back here at Carson Park. On the mound for the Beef River Bullfrogs is Ethan Mogg. No, it's not. I'm reading the wrong names here. Ethan Bartels. And due up for the Cavaliers is Mitch Voller, Cole Lekvin, and Tanner Halverson. Voller went 2 for 4, scoring a couple runs, getting an RBI in game 1.
Umpires for game 2, on the bases, Mr. Rick Hansen, and behind plate, Sir Billy McKnight.
And we're just about ready to get the bottom half of the inning going. Throw down to second, and Mitch Voller steps up to the plate.
On the first and Cavaliers, fielder, number 2, Mitch Voller.
Voller steps in. Bartels pitch. A little high, ball 1. Here's the pitch. Ground ball over to short. Scooped up there, throw over to first to Mogg, and it's in time for the put out. Mogg to Mogg on the play. 6-3 on the put out. 1 out, and that brings up Cole Lekvin. Lekvin went 1 for 2 with 2 runs scored in the first game. And the ball's fouled back off the right side. No balls and a strike. And a called strike over the outside corner. No balls, 2 strikes now to Leckman. And chop foul down the third baseline. Count remains 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. Just low. Ball 1. That's a tough one just to take there, Dan.
Yeah.
When you're down 0-2 and all of a sudden that one's right near the knees. 1-2 pitch. That one's outside. Evens the count up at 2 balls, 2 strikes. And a long fly ball to left field. Going back and making the catch is Johnston out there in left field for the Bullfrogs. And that's 2 outs. That brings up Tanner Halverson. Halverson went 2 for 2 with a run scored. And of course he had that big double late in the game. He ended up with 4 RBIs on the game. First pitch, outside. And the next pitch. That's fouled off the left side. Here's the windup and the pitch. Fly ball out into center field. Moving over is Boyarski way back to the warning track. He makes a jump and he made the catch. A heck of a catch by Boyarski as he was turning and spinning, and he finally made the catch out there in straightaway center field. So the Cavaliers go up 3 down, and we've completed 1, so there is no score. You're tuned to Cavalier Baseball in the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
The Eau Claire Cavaliers would like to take veterans out to the ball game. That's right. As a thank you for your service, any veteran of the United States military can receive a lifetime pass for free admission to all Cavalier home games. Just come to Carson Park with your veteran identification, and the Cavaliers will issue you a free lifetime pass to all Cavalier home games. That's just the Cavaliers' way of saying thank you for your service.
And we're going into the top of the second inning. No score. Both teams went up 3 down. So coming up for the Beef River Bullfrogs, Ryan Gray, the extra hitter. Then Wesley Boyarski, who made that spectacular catch out in center field just a moment ago. And Jordan Payne, the right fielder.
Leading off the top of the second for Beef River, the extra hitter, number 8, Ryan Gray.
So Ryan Gray is up. And in the first game, he went 0 for 3. He did have an RBI. I believe that was on a fielder's choice. Here's the pitch. It's called strike over that outside corner. And the pitch is outside. One ball, 1 strike. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Check swing, called strike over the outside corner, and he goes down looking. Hesselman has faced 4 batters, and he has 4 strikeouts. That brings up Wesley Boyarski. Here's the pitch. Called strike over the outside corner. He sure likes that outside corner, doesn't he?
He's found something over there.
He knows where to play with it. That one just missed. And I think the umpire called it a little high. I think width-wise, I think he was fine. High pop-up. Back behind the plate. Pogodzinski under it, makes the catch. For out number 2. Well, lo and behold, he didn't strike somebody out.
Right, yeah. Yeah, Hesselman's got good control right now.
Take a look. You've got the stats over there. I believe Hesselman comes into this game with a 0.00 ERA.
He does. Yep. 0.00.
And the first pitch is inside for a ball. And that was just a little outside, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out, or no, 2 outs. Good 2-0 pitch. That's a called strike. Over the inside half of the plate. 2 balls and a strike. That one's inside. 3-1. Wind up, and here's the pitch. Chop foul. Makes the count go full. Hesselman at the rubber. He's in the windup. And the payoff pitch. Inside, ball 4. So Payne is the first base runner for the Bullfrogs. And that brings up Ethan Mogg.
37, the first baseman, number 15, Ethan Powell.
We're in the top of the second inning. Chopper right back to Hesselman. Turns, picks up the ball, throws it over to Kjellberg at first for the 3rd out of the inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors. They did leave 1 on base, so we played an inning and a half. And the score, Bullfrogs 0, Cavaliers nothing. You're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
You're tuned to the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. We use advertising revenue to make this service available to you. If you have a business and would like to get your message out to our ever-increasing audience, give us a call at 715-563-1749. We'll be happy to discuss our budget-friendly advertising packages with you. Get your business noticed on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV by calling 715-563-1749.
And we're back here at Carson Park. Heading into the bottom of the second inning. Anthony Pogodzinski, Cole Timon, and Ethan Kjellberg are coming up for the Cavs. I want to remind you that the next Cavalier CRBL game that we're going to broadcast here on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV will be on next Sunday, June 13th, when the Cavaliers host the Chippewa Falls Lumberjacks in a doubleheader right here at Carson Park. We're going to simulcast these two 7-inning games on both the Northern Light Webcasting Network audio service and, of course, our YouTube channel, NLWN-TV. The In the Dugout show will be at 12:10 p.m. and live play-by-play will begin at 12:30. And stepping in for the Cavs is Anthony Pogodzinski. And he chops it and hauled in by Kyle Mogg out at shortstop. So Pogo pops to short. Brings up Cole Timon. And Timon went 0 for 4 in game 1. He'd like to change that around a little right about now. First pitch is called strike over the outside corner. The umpire has been very consistent with that call.
Yeah, I was going to stand over to here to see what he's seeing.
And that one was just a pinch inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bartell's in the windup and the pitch. Swung on a miss. Strike 2. And the pitch grounded over to short. Mogg lets it go between his feet. He booted it. And Timon gets on. It's an error on the shortstop. But any way you can get on is the kind of philosophy the Cavaliers have. And Timon is at first. That brings up Ethan Kjellberg. Kjellberg went 1 for 3 in game 1. Has an RBI. See what kind of harassment Timon can cause now. Cavs are doing a good job of that in the first game. And the ball is fouled down the first baseline. Bartell's at the belt. Throw over to first. Timon back in safely. And the pitch. Line shot out into left field, going back. It's over his head and off the wall. Johnston picks it up, throws it into the infield, and Timon checks into second, or checks into third. Kjellberg checks into second, and the Cavs have a threat mounted. Runners at second and third with 1 out.
Yeah, good job by Ethan Kjellberg. Get a hold of that one.
That was a nice line shot. Had Johnson turned around and just look at it, go over his head, and bounce off the Oak Leaf Clinic sign. That brings up Jackson Vance. And the first pitch is a called strike. Vance went 2 for 4, scored a couple runs in game 1. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Ethan Bartels. And the pitch. Fly ball out into center field. Runners are tagging. Catch is made. And the throw comes into the cutoff man. And Timon comes in to score for the Cavaliers. Kjellberg remained at second. So give Vance a credit for a sacrifice fly. And an RBI. Brings up the designated hitter, Chase Yeager. Yeager went 0 for 1. He came in a pinch hitting role. Pops it straight up, back behind shortstop, and going back there is Kyle Mogg, and he makes the catch. So the Cavaliers pick up a run. And they did it with 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 man left on base. You're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Hey Raccoon, where you off to in such a hurry?
I'm getting out of here. I heard that the family who owns this place just hired Western Wisconsin Animal Damage Control.
No, not Western Wisconsin Animal Damage Control. Why, the last place they were at, all the animals like us disappeared and were never heard from again.
Right. That's why I'm leaving.
Honey, gather the kids. We've got to go.
Got animal pests? Let Western Wisconsin Animal Damage Control handle your problem. Call them at 715-832-1640. That's Western Wisconsin Animal Damage Control. Let NLWN-TV and the Northern Light Webcasting Network take you out to the ball game. Our next game will be on June 13th when the Cavaliers take on the Chippewa Falls Lumberjacks in a doubleheader from Carson Park. Live coverage on the Northern Light Webcasting Network audio service and on NLWN-TV begins with the In the Dugout show at 12:10 p.m. That's live Cavalier baseball on Sunday, June 13th on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
And we're back here at Carson Park getting ready to start the 3rd inning. Leading off for the Beef River Bullfrogs is 3rd baseman Mason Bauer. Bauer went 0 for 2 in the first game. Also got a little pitching in. Hesselman's first pitch. Fly ball out into center field, coming in hard as Halverson slides, makes the catch. A beautiful sliding catch for Halverson.
Yeah, good hustle by Halverson.
Took him a moment to pick up where that, they say the hardest fly ball to catch is the one coming right at you. And he took a minute to judge it and then got on his horses and came running on in. That brings up Brian Johnston, the left fielder. Pitches inside. He didn't bat in the first game. There's the pitch. Liner into right field, right at the right fielder for the Cavs.
Jordan Payne.
Jalen Williams.
Jalen.
I think you're looking at the wrong team.
Yeah, I am.
Anyway, that brings up the pitcher Ethan Bartels.
Yeah, I wrote my notes in the wrong spot.
Well. And that caught the outside corner. Evens count up at 1-1. Of course, he didn't do that while you're standing back behind me here to try and get the angle.
Right.
1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Carter Hesselman on the mound. Here's the windup and the pitch. Swing and a miss, but it gets away from Pogodzinski. Throw down to first and not in time. So that goes in the book as a strikeout for the pitcher, but an error on the catcher to put the runner on first with 2 outs. Ethan Bartels on first. Back to the top of the order, and that one right off the left cheek of Kyle Mogg. So now we have runners at first and second, and that brings up Austin Zimmerman. Zimmerman went down looking.
The catcher, Austin Zimmerman.
So Zimmerman steps in. Struck out looking his last time up. First pitch is called strike.
Hesselman likes that outside corner.
Yeah, I think he built an addition to the outside corner, to be honest with you. And that was a little bit too far outside even for Hesselman. 1 ball, 1 strike to Austin Zimmerman. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Boy, they might need to be careful with Bartels out there on second. He's halfway to third.
It wouldn't take much just take a look back there.
Pitch is outside. Here he goes, throw it on to third, and they got him. So Bartels gets caught stealing for the third out of the inning. That'll bring Zimmerman back up when they come back up next inning. But they score nothing that time around, so it's Cavaliers 1 and the Bullfrogs nothing as we go into the bottom of the third inning on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Today I'm going to talk to you about physics. Come on in, girls. Let's go. This is the first rocket to get humans to Mars.
Really tall.
I'm a rocket structural engineer designing and building parts of the rocket. You are the generation that will be stepping foot on Mars. Do I have a group of astronauts on my hands?
Yes.
You can become a rocket scientist or whatever else you want to be.
And we're back here at Carson Park. Dan was just saying what a number of you might be wondering, how does that work? Since Bartels was caught stealing with Zimmerman at bat, Zimmerman will come back up in the top of the fourth inning with a fresh count. That's one of those not real often used rules in baseball, but it does come into play. It's kind of like the way Bartels got on base in the first place with that drop third strike. And finally getting out there after getting all the equipment on is Zimmerman. And they'll throw it on to second, so we're ready to get things started for the Cavaliers. Jalen Williams to lead it off, then back to the top of the order.
Leading off the bottom of the third for the Cavaliers. The right fielder, number 9.
Bottom of the third inning, Cavs up 1-0. Williams steps in. And the first pitch is a called strike on the outer half of the plate. And that one's inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bartell's winding and dealing outside. Ball 2. Two balls, 1 strike, and the pitch. Pop foul. Back over the grandstand.
That ball brought to you by Massachusetts Outliers.
And a pop foul again, back off the right side.
That ball brought by Ray Kelly.
Count holds, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
5, 4, 4, 2.
Here comes the pitch. Popped out into center field, backing up, and he lost it in the sun. That was Rathke from second base, right at the edge of the grass, and then all of a sudden lost it in the sun.
We've seen a couple of those today.
And they are going to call that an error on the second baseman. He ducked away at the last second. You could see it went right through the sun. He had no idea where it was.
Yeah, we had a couple of those today.
That's a high sun today. And down to second goes Jalen Williams, as the first pitch was low for a ball. We're back at the top of the order. Mitch Voller is up. Grounded to short his first time. Bartell's in the stretch, and here's the pitch. Called strike. One ball and 1 strike. Chopper out into left field. Rounding third and scoring is going to be Mitch Voller. Or check that. That was Jalen Williams scoring. Mitch Voller with the single and the RBI. That brings up Cole Leckman, who flew out to left his first time up. Voller takes a good lead. Leckman steps out. Now the umpire calls time to get some balls from the ball boy. Leckman steps in. Throw over to first. Fowler back. Plenty of time. Interesting set of signals between Bartels and his catcher. Leckman squares to bunt, takes it, and it's a called strike. Voller wasn't going. Watching Bartels here, he'll signal to his catcher sometimes where he wants the ball to go. Throw over to first. Voller back in. Here comes the pitch. Shows bunt, called strike. No balls, 2 strikes. Voller still on first. My guess is the bunt is off now. Throw over to first. Ball kind of got away, but not enough that Voller could do anything about it. No balls, 2 strikes. Leckman at the plate. Bartell's at the belt. The 0-2 pitch. Lined out into left field. Picked up there. And that moves Fowler over to second. Brings up Tanner Halverson, who flew out to center field his first time up. Fowler taking a pretty good lead. Pitch is inside. One ball, no strikes to Halverson. And a high fly ball. Goodbye, baseball. Left field over the Leffler sign. A home run. Second of the season for Tanner Halverson. He pulled it to left, got a hold of it, and it's sitting out there at about the 12-yard line on the football field right now. And that puts the Cavaliers on top.
Yeah, good shot down the left field line.
Makes it 4. The scoreboard's a little off. Ground ball to second, and Pogodzinski grounds out second to first. That brings up Cole Timon. Timon got on an error in the second inning. And a high pop foul on the right side. Coming over and making the catch is Mogg. That would be Ethan Mogg making the catch for the second out of the inning. Brings up Ethan Kilberg. Ethan doubled his first time up. And a long fly ball to left field again. I think it's in play, though, back at the warning track. Making the catch is Johnston. And that's it for the Cavaliers, but they pick up 4 runs. And a new score. Cavaliers 5 and the Bullfrogs nothing. And you're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Tune into NLWN-TV on Monday, June 14th as we bring you another exciting equestrian event. A WSCA-sanctioned game show from the Northwest Saddle Club Arena in North Branch, Minnesota. This event will be recorded on Saturday, June 12th. Our coverage will begin at 7 p.m. on Monday the 14th. NWLN-TV is your home for equestrian events in Wisconsin and Minnesota.
And we're back here at Carson Park as we head to the top of the 4th inning. Austin Zimmerman to lead things off as the Cavaliers have kind of opened up a lead now. Mostly under the power of that 3-run home run by Tanner Hoffman in the last inning. Cavs have a 5-0 lead.
Yeah, wind is still straightaway center field. Little left center.
It does help that ball fly a little. We've had a lot of hits, comparatively speaking, back onto the warning track today. And of course, Hoffman's, again, was pretty clear it wasn't staying in the ballpark. Hesselman finishing up his warm-up tosses. It's a bit of a glove bump, I guess that's what you'd have to call it, from Timon. As Hesselman gets the ball, and stepping in is Austin Zimmerman, who was at bat when Ethan Bartels was caught stealing to end the third. And the first pitch is outside. And that one's a called strike. Caught the outside half of the plate. Here's the pitch. Swung on. Foul tip. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the 1-2 pitch. Popped up. Hesselman circling under it, makes the catch. And that's 1 down. Taylor Rathke struck out his first time up. Hesselman's pitch is inside for a ball. And here's the pitch. Pop foul on the left side, just out of play.
Return that foul off to the 2 inch with $1 total. 50 uses of 2 inch 10.
1 ball, 1 strike to Rathke. Here's the windup, the 1-1 pitch inside. Ball 2. And the pitch is ball. Ball 3. Boy, it looked like he was going to call that one a strike. It was hard telling. And the 3-1 pitch. That's a called strike over the outside half of the plate. Count goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. And a called third strike. Second time today Rathke is struck out. This time he goes down looking. And that's going to bring up Ryan Gray. Gray is the extra hitter. He went down looking his first time up to lead off the second inning. Hesselman's first pitch is a called strike over the outside corner.
He's learning how to paint the black.
He sure is. That one's just outside. The 1-1 pitch. Lined out into right field. Going over, making the grab for the Cavaliers is Jalen Williams for the 3rd out of the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base. We've completed 3.5 innings and the score, the Cavaliers 5 and the Bullfrogs nothing. You're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
If your estate is not looking quite estate-like, let Midwest Environmental Consultants Landscape Design and Construction Team bring your estate up to snuff. Their professional experts can design and install retaining walls, brick patios, foundation planting beds, and so much more. Call Midwest Environmental Consultants at 715-586-1302. Let Midwest Environmental Consultants help make your estate the showplace of the neighborhood.
And we're back here at Carson Park, getting ready to head into the bottom of the fourth inning. Cavaliers have a 5-0 lead over the Bullfrogs. Due up for the Cavs, we have Kelberg, Vance, and Yeager.
Looks like it's Jackson Vance coming up.
Vance hit a sacrifice fly out into center field his last time up. Of course, got an RBI on that. Got the Cavalier scoring underway. And a fly ball to center field again. This one's way back, and Boyarski isn't going to get there. Throw back in as Jackson Vance checks into second base with a double. Brings up Chase Yeager. Yeager popped out to the shortstop his last time up. Cavs have a runner on second. And it's a called strike over that outside corner. Dan's coming over. He's got to get another look at that. 1 ball, 1 strike. And here's the pitch. That one's inside. Gets away from the catcher. Vance not going anywhere. Jackson Vance takes his lead. That one missed low. 3 balls and a strike. Thank goodness for that breeze we have.
Yeah, the clouds are moving a little bit.
And the 3-1 pitch. Swung on, grounded third base. Scooped up at third, but no, it got through to left field. My guess is that's going to be an error, and it is. An error on the third baseman.
Yeah, he thought he had it in his glove.
And that moves Jackson Vance over to third. Yeager's at first, brings up Jalen Williams. And Williams got on an error and ended up scoring back in the third inning. Pitch is called strike over that outside corner. He does wait till you sit down, Dan. I think he sees you up here. And the 0-1 pitch. It's in the dirt, goes back to the backstop. Coming in is Jackson Vance, and he scores. Moving down to second base is Chase Yeager. And the count is 1-1 to Jalen Williams. Cavs try to pick up win number 9 on the season and win number 6 in the CRBL. Ball's in the dirt. Gets away from the catcher and over to third base goes Chase Yeager. 2 balls and a strike.
Yeah, we'll see.
Zimmerman behind the plate.
See if the coach makes a pitching change here.
Well, Zimmerman goes out to talk to Bartels a little bit. Said what he needed to say. Probably trying to explain to him you sure don't want to walk the number 9 hitter. Wind up and the pitch. Line foul down the third base line. They're going to make Ryan Page chase that one all the way down into the corner. And here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Williams goes down swinging. Gets back to the top of the order, Mitch Voller. See Ryan coming back with the ball just now. Just coming back down there in foul territory. Which is a called strike. Yes, the third base would normally do it first. And we have a fly ball. Fly ball deep out into left field. Over there to make the catch is Johnston. But in to score is Yeager. So a sacrifice fly to left field for Mitch Voller. Gives them a run scored. And that makes the score Cavaliers 7.
Ekman singled and scored.
And a chopper out to short. Scoops there, throw across to first. And he beat the throw! Cole Ekman just flat out beat the throw. They'll give him an infield hit.
Good hustle there by Cole Ekman.
It's going to bring up Tanner Halverson, who homered his last time up over the left field fence. First pitch is outside, and getting in under the throw, which goes out into center field, is Lekvin, and Lekvin goes over to third. Runner at third with 2 down. And we have a little conversation going to happen. I believe we have a pitching change about to happen. And we do. So with that pitching change about to happen, we'll take a timeout. You're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Don't wait. Communicate. Make your emergency plan today.
And we're back here at Carson Park. Pitching change going on for the Beef River Bullfrogs. Now into pitch is Wesley Boyarski. He had been playing center field, and he and Ethan Bartels just swapped positions. So Bartels gets credit for 3 2/3 innings. And he's given up 7 runs. And let's see here. 6 hits, I do believe. And he didn't walk anybody and only struck out 1. Tanner Hoffman at the plate. Count is 1 ball, no strikes with 2 outs. And a runner on third. Boyarski's pitch is outside for a ball. 2 balls and a strike. There's the pitch. It's high and tight. Three balls, no strikes. Boyarski's pitch. High ball 4. So Halverson walks. We have runners on the corners now. Halverson on first, Leckman on third. Anthony Pogodzinski, the catcher. Pogo is 0 for 2. Popped out to short, grounded out to second. Boyarski's pitch is inside. He gets away from the catcher. He's not sure where the ball is, and so Halverson goes down to second and figures, what the heck, I might as well go down there. He can't find out where it is. It was like a free base. Even then, if the catcher picks it up and throws it down to second, Leckman will score. So now the Cavaliers have 2 runners in scoring position. Boyarski yet to throw a strike. Well, there's one because Pogo fouls it off into the bleachers on the third base side. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs. There's a pitch, ground ball. Scooped up at second base, bobbled, but tossed over to first to Mogg. Rathke to Mogg, and the final put out of the inning. So the Cavaliers pick up a couple runs to make the new score. Cavaliers 7 and the Bullfrogs nothing. You're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
150 over 90.
180 over 111.
160 over 110. I had a stroke.
Your blood pressure numbers could change your life. Lowering them could save you from having a stroke. If you've stopped your treatment plan, restart it or talk to your doctor about creating one that works better for you. Start taking the right steps at manageyourbp.org.
Now I'm, trying to get better, stronger than ever.
And we're back here at Carson Park. Heading into the top of the 5th inning. Carter Hesselman still on the mound for the Cavaliers. And due up the pitcher Boyarski, Payne, and Mogg. Ethan Mogg. The first base version of Mogg. There's a first base version and a shortstop version.
Brothers, I assume? Twins, maybe?
Yeah, there's something.
Something.
They sport different hairstyles, however.
Yeah, good point.
And we're just about ready to get things started. Hey, want to remind you that coming up on the 14th of June, we have some equestrian action for you from North Branch, Minnesota. Dan and I are going to be over there. We'll get some WSCA games. Barrel racing, pole bending or pole weaving, I don't know which they do there, and all kinds of other stuff.
They will do both.
Anyway, stepping up is Wesley Boyarski. And he popped to the catcher his last time up. Pitch is a called strike over that outside corner. I will say this for the umpire. He has been very consistent with that call all day. And foul tip back into the net. No balls, 2 strikes. Hesselman into the windup. Pitch is just a little low. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's a pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. Boyarski goes down swinging. That's the 5th strikeout for Hesselman. That brings up the right fielder, Jordan Payne. There's pitch foul back into the net. Strike 1. There's the wind and the pitch. Just outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Here's Hesselman wheeling and dealing. Just inside. Ball 2. Count all even. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, nobody on. And a line shot that's going to fall in to center field for a base hit. That's the first hit of the game for the Beef River Bullfrogs. Dan, maybe I was thinking too hard. We could be heading for a no-no here. I probably had the thought going too much, and Jordan Payne spoiled it with a single to center.
Yeah, Jordan Page just waited on that one.
So Ethan Mogg comes up, throw over to first, and he gets back. It's only the fourth base runner that the Bullfrogs have had. Here's the pitch. Just a little low. One ball, one strike, one out, one on. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to short, possible double play ball to second. Over to first, and the Cavaliers turn the twin killing with a 6-4-3 O'Brien to Ryan to Goldberg style double play. No change in the score. Cavaliers 7, Bullfrogs nothing. We played 5.5, and you're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
The Eau Claire Cavaliers would like to take veterans out to the ball game. That's right. As a thank you for your service, any veteran of the United States military can receive a lifetime pass for free admission to all Cavalier home games. Just come to Carson Park with your veteran identification, and the Cavaliers will issue you a free lifetime pass to all Cavalier home games. That's just the Cavaliers' way of saying thank you for your service.
And we're back here at Carson Park. Rick Olson, Dan Petschow. Our camera switcher person has disappeared, and for good reason. And so I'm kind of pulling double duty right now. But Cassie is still with us, giving us great camera shots. Boyarski still on the mound for the Bullfrogs as we head to the bottom of the fifth inning. We're in the territory. I guess we should mention the 10-run rule. If the Cavaliers end up scoring 3 runs and take a 10-run lead after the fifth inning, the game will be called. It's kind of a mercy rule. And the throw went down to second, and a little bit of around the horn. So it brings up to start out the fifth inning for the Cavaliers, Cole Timon. Timon is 0 for 2, got out on an error and ended up scoring. He also popped out to first. And we have a pop-up straight back. Zimmerman back and makes the catch.
Good play by Zimmerman. Wasn't easy play there.
So, one down. Ethan Kilberg comes up. He doubled his first time up. Not sure what he did the other time up. I Evidently didn't write it down.
Let's see, singles, scored, and singled out. Kelberg.
Doubling.
I'm looking at the wrong one again.
Okay.
He had a double.
His first time up.
Yep.
What did he do the second time?
Then he was out. Ground out.
Okay. At any rate, the count is 2 balls, no strikes to Kelberg. There's the pitch. Called strike. And the pitch is outside for a ball. 3 balls and a strike. Cavaliers showing really good patience. And a line shot through the hole up the middle, out into center field, and Kelberg checks in at first. That'll bring up Jackson Vance. Vance sacrificed to center field, got an RBI his first time up, and then doubled his second time up. Over to first. That's just a watch how far off you're getting kind of toss. There's the pitch. A little bit high for a ball. Jackson Vance playing shortstop today. Ball's in the dirt. Throw down to second, and I think they got. Oh my goodness! He was in. He got his foot in under that tag. That really surprised me because that throw was there in plenty of time.
Yeah, throw was off a little bit between second and short. Had to swing around, but it was close.
It was very close. Kelberg was very lucky to get called safe on that one. Two balls, no strikes to Jackson Vance. Pitch is inside. 3-0. Chances are Vance will be taking on this. Kelberg takes his lead. And a 4-pitch walk. Vance heads down to first base. Kelberg on second. Vance on first. And that's going to bring up Chase Yeager. Yeager popped to short and then got on an error by the third baseman his last time up. Pitch is outside for a ball. Boyarski into the stretch and the pitch. That's high, ball 2. And the pitch is just inside, ball 3. 3-0. Yeager represents the winning run for the Cavaliers. And a 4-pitch walk. That loads up the bases for Jalen Williams. Again, I want to mention that 10-run rule. Chase Yeager would be the 10th run if everybody scores. 1 out. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning. Here's the pitch. And that one's over the head of Jalen Williams. Kind of got away. Kelberg did not make a motion toward the plate. Again, when you got a pitcher that's having all kinds of control issues, why take that chance? Swing and a miss by Williams for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. And a swing and a miss for strike 2. Boyarski just wheeling and dealing now and all of a sudden finding a little control. Williams gets set, Boyarski at the belt. Here's the pitch. Pitch is inside. Evens the count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, and he goes down swinging. Second time today, Jalen Williams has struck out. Back to the top of the order for the Cavaliers to Mitch Voller. Voller grounded to short, singled to left, and then hit a sacrifice fly to left field his last time up. Swing and a miss. Chased one that was a little low that time. No balls and a strike. Bases loaded, 2 outs. And that one gets away over the head, back to the backstop, and here comes Kelberg in to score. The other runners all advance. And the Cavaliers now have an 8-0 lead. And a swing and a miss. 2 strikes to Mitch Voller. That pitch is outside for a ball. Counts all even. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. And that one's off the wallet of Mitch Voller. That'll bring up Cole Leckvin with the bases loaded. Voller's run right now means nothing. Jackson Vance at third, Chase Yeager at second. Those are the 2 critical runs. Cole Leckvin is up. He singled infield hit to the shortstop last time up. Pitch is high and tight. Ball 1. He's also singled to left and flew out to left field. Here's the pitch. And that was just inside. Almost hit Leckvin. Two balls, no strikes, 2 down. That one was high.
Yeah, I don't see anybody in the bullpen for that.
I think they don't have any more pitching. That's a called strike. If that was a 3-0 pitch, he better be taking on that one. And ball 4, that brings in a run. Makes the score Cavaliers 9. And the Bullfrogs nothing. And it brings up Tanner Halverson.
Tanner Halverson walked the last time he was up.
The game-ending run is on third with 2 outs. First pitch is a called strike. Halverson also homered a couple innings ago. That pitch is a called strike over the inside corner. No balls, 2 strikes. There's the pitch. Outside. Yeager at third. That's the run that counts. Boyarski's 1-2 pitch. Fouled back. And that caught the umpire in the wrist. Sometimes playing umpire can be a hazardous occupation. And they are tending to the umpire. And so while they do that, we're going to take a bit of a timeout. You're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
What do you think you're doing, Kevin? Was just going to drive home. There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving. Like hearing voices? Like your text-to-emoji ratio? Oh, man. The selfies.
Selfies. Nailed it.
We all have warning signs that let us know that we're probably not okay to drive. Mine is pretending to be your subconscious.
Craig, come on, man. Let's split a ride home.
And we're back here at Carson Park. I do think the umpire is not going to be writing any love letters with that left hand for a while. Halverson's pitch is high, or the pitch to Halverson was high. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bases loaded. Boyarski into the stretch and the pitch. High and inside, ball 3. Runners will be off on this pitch. And here's the pitch. Fly ball out into right field, and he drops the ball, and the game is over. That's going to be an error on the right fielder.
Yep. And
the Cavaliers pick up 1 run on that, and that's enough to put them on top by the score of 10-0. And due to the 10-run rule, the Cavaliers are going to be the winners of this ball game. They up their record to 9 wins and no losses on the season, and 6-0 in the CRBL. Cavs got 10 runs on 7 hits, 1 error. The Bullfrogs, no runs, only 1 hit. They committed 5 errors. The winning pitcher, Carter Hesselman, who went the distance through just a 1-hitter. Outstanding pitching performance. And the losing pitcher was Ethan Bartels.
Yeah.
We'll be talking baseball right after this timeout. You're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Let NLWN-TV and the Northern Light Webcasting Network take you out to the ball game. Our next game will be on June 13th when the Cavaliers take on the Chippewa Falls Lumberjacks in a doubleheader from Carson Park. Live coverage on the Northern Light Webcasting Network audio service and on NLWN-TV begins with the In the Dugout show at 12:10 p.m. That's live Cavalier baseball on Sunday, June 13th on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. You've been watching NLWN-TV's presentation of Eau Claire Cavalier baseball live on the Northern Light Webcasting Network. Stay tuned. Coming up next is Talkin' Baseball, with a look back at today's game.
Hey! Okay.
If you love me enough to tolerate my perfect little pets and all their glorious dander, then of course you'll visit nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure I'm in the right car seat.
You're tuned to the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. We use advertising revenue to make this service available to you. If you have a business and would like to get your message out to our ever-increasing audience, give us a call at 715-563-1749. We'll be happy to discuss our budget-friendly advertising packages with you. Get your business noticed on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV by calling 715-563-1749. Time now for Talkin' Baseball with a wrap-up of today's Eau Claire Cavalier game. And now, back out to the ballpark.
Well, Rick Olson along with Dan Petchow, and we're back out here at Carson Park, and we're talking baseball. And here comes Ryan Page as he's going to get his headphones on. And boy, oh boy, what a pitching performance by Carter Hesselman.
Oh, couldn't say anything more about the kid. Came out, just grinded it out in the heat, and only gave up the one hit in the fifth.
I was thinking, and maybe I was thinking it too hard, and I said this to Dan up here too. Maybe my thoughts were going too hard. I started thinking possibly, are we looking at a no-no here? And boom, there went the single out into center field. So I'll take the blame on that one. That's one that's worth taking the blame on.
No, that's all right.
But and the bats were working. You got a little help from them with some fielding mistakes, but everybody kept their heads, and you worked hard. And hey, you're 9-0, 6-0 in the league. This is a good start.
Very good start, especially in this heat. We didn't have a whole lot of subs here today, so just nice to see the guys go out and grind it out in the heat.
Yeah, I just got handed the box score for this game, and yeah, 10 runs on 7 hits. Yeah, you knew you got a little help when that kind of statistic occurs. They just flat ran out of pitching.
Yeah, I think so, but you know, they're going to definitely win some games this year. And like I said, our guys just took advantage of the mistakes, and that's the name of the game. Is they make mistakes and you got to capitalize on them.
And now the next step is you got a game Wednesday, I believe, down in Sparta.
Yep.
And then, but the next league game is right back here at Carson Park against the Chippewa Lumberjacks, and they're right on your heels.
Yeah, they are. I don't know what they're doing today, but I think they only got 2 losses, something like that in league play. So they're going to be a tough test, and we got to come prepared. That's what I told the guys at the end. You know, we just got to keep on coming prepared every single game and keep on rolling.
Well, between the pitching performances that you guys have and the timely hitting that you guys have, there's some possibly pretty exciting things that could come this season if it just keeps rolling that way.
Yeah, definitely. That's one thing that I looked at when putting this team together this year is we got a lot of talent, and it's not just the starters, it's the substitutes too. They can come in and do the job when the starters aren't here, so it's a good problem to have.
Well, I'll tell you what, Ryan, good luck down in Sparta. Depending on what's going on weather-wise, they're talking about thunderstorms all through the middle of the week, so who knows. But depending on what's going on, maybe I'll make the trip down there and take a look at that. But we will see you back here next Sunday.
Sounds good.
You take on those Lumberjacks.
Sounds good.
9-0 sounds sweet. All right, and we'll have more talking baseball right after this timeout.
Never gonna let you go. you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And we're back here at Carson Park. Cavaliers come out on top of the Beef River Bullfrogs by the 10-run rule in the second game, 10-0. Taking a quick look at the line score, Bullfrogs, it's like a chicken farm. There's a whole line of goose eggs there. Well, maybe that'd be a goose farm. But for the Cavs, they got 0 runs, then 1, then 4, and that was courtesy of that big home run by Tanner Halverson, his second of the season. And then the 2 in the 4th, 3 more in the 5th to finish out the game. Actually, I'm looking through here. Cavaliers turned a double play. Beef River left 2 runners on base. Cavs left 6 on base. Cavalier doubles. Kelberg got 1. Jackson Vance got 1. Halverson with the home run. Mitch Baller got hit by a pitch. Sacrifice flies by Mitch Baller and Jackson Vance. Some stolen bases by Cole Leckman, Chase Yeager, Jalen Williams. Strikeouts. Let's see. I see Mogg with 1, Zimmerman with 1, Rathke with 2, Ryan Gray, Boyarski, Bartels. Yeah, the only one for the Cavaliers was Jalen Williams, got a couple. Basically, game 2 was Cavalier dominated.
Yeah, Hesselman had a good outing and found the right part of the plate. Got some good strikeouts. We said we ended up with 7 strikeouts. Well,
I think that's the way we counted it. I'm not sure.
Pretty sure
how they counted it. Let me take a quick look here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They've got 7. So we agree on that rule. The drop third strike counts as a strikeout for the pitcher, and he gets to first base on an error on the catcher. And I do believe that's probably the way they worked that one too. I'm looking for the errors now. Yeah, Pogodzinski has an error, and that's the error on the catcher. So that's 10-0. Holy cow. Dan, you know what? We're going to have to be back here. We got to come back here next Sunday. That's all there is to it.
yeah, we might as well.
I can't think of anything better to do. What do you say about that, Cassie? You up for that next Sunday? Maybe so. All right, well, that's where we'll see you folks right back here as the Cavaliers take on the Chippewa Falls Lumberjacks.
And we're heading to Minnesota on Saturday.
And we are. We're going to Minnesota Saturday, folks. You can see that a week from tomorrow on Monday the 14th as we have equestrian WSCA games from the North Branch Saddle Club Arena. It's actually sponsored by the Dallas Saddle Club, or Dale's Saddle Club. I'm not sure how they pronounce that in Minnesota. But that's where we're going to be on Saturday, watching that and recording that to broadcast it on Monday. And we're going to be right back here at Carson Park on Sunday for Cavalier baseball. So make sure you tune in for that. You've been tuned to Cavalier baseball on the Northern Light. Well, you've been tuned to Talkin' Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
I'm Jenny Garth, and as a mother of 3, I know kids worry about a lot of things. Getting enough food to eat shouldn't be one of them. But here in America, that is a real worry for 1 in 5 children. This is unacceptable, and something Feeding America is working to solve. Through a nationwide network of food banks, Feeding America serves virtually every community in the United States, including yours. See how you can help your community. Visit feedingamerica.org. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're Feeding America.
You've been watching Talkin' Baseball, a wrap-up of today's Eau Claire Cavalier game. This has been a production of NLWN-TV.